Hi, it's John from North Star Nursery, Garden and Home, your coastal gardener. We're having some fun technical challenges this morning. Um, so it's a little bit of a kind of a repeat from last week in a way. What I wanted to talk to you guys about is there's something that we work really hard to do, and I think you could help yourselves to do it also. And that is to kind of think of the seasons ahead more. I know we don't want to get too far in the future because we like living in the moment, but this time of year is such a critical time of year for preparation for spring. So many people wait until they see something blooming in the world before they decide that they want it for their garden. And the problem with that a lot of times is that most of the growers plan everything, early on in the season, things like bulbs that are released now that you plant between now and Thanksgiving, and then they bloom in the spring. Now, what we try to do here is we try to order extra bulbs so that we can actually pot some up so that you have some for spring when they're actually in bloom. But really, there's not as much usually left over. So now is definitely the time to start thinking about those things and saying, okay, if I want, to do a hillside full of daffodils, now's the time to do them. So we ran out really quickly, but we've got them now back in stock. These are the jumbo King Alfreds. And so these are the traditional yellow basic daffodil that blooms and naturalizes really beautifully in our area. So these are planted between now and Thanksgiving, and then they bloom in the spring. Now, what I'm doing at my house is I'm trying something a little creative this year, and you might consider it also. I have some pots that are kind of on my front porch, for lack of a better term, and I have identified plastic pots that drop into those pots. Now, right now, I have one of those has a really beautiful fall arrangement in it with heucheras and salvias and lots of other really pretty fall-inspired colors. What I'm going to do this week is I'm actually going to take a bunch of daffodils. I'm going to pot them in another pot with a lot of violas over the top and grow those on. When I get tired of the fall pot, I'm going to take that out and put the daffodils and violas pots. So it's a little bit of, you got to plan ahead a little bit, but boy, makes a really big difference. So the daffodils are one of those things. Of course, any of the bulbs would be great to start thinking about planting now. These are a bulk bag of tulips. This is called the Blush Blend. I'm surprised they haven't come out with something like rosé something, with rosé being so popular. This is 50 bulbs for $33. That's not even $1 a bulb. That's a really good price. Also, all the other little small daffodils. This is Jetfire? Yeah, Jetfire. And this one is actually, there's a variety called Tete-a-Tete, which is just a single flower like this, but with a yellow, all yellow. And this one is a double. And so it's Tete Bousslet. I'm not good with French. So there you go. That is the bulbs component of things. Also, for those of you that love sweet peas, I am always kind of trying to drill this home. Now is a good time to plant them. So if you want to have sweet peas that are blooming early on in the spring, now is the time to plant them. We have, this is sweet pea incense mix. This one gets 6 feet tall and probably almost as wide. I'm not sure if is the glare okay on that. Okay. So these are from Blooms. They're in 4-inch pots. So we have those here. And then we also have, I don't have a sign for them to show you what they look like, but I have 6 packs of Cuthbertson Floribunda Choice Mix. This is another tall one. It's a mix, great fragrance. The other thing is I grabbed seeds. I know I showed you guys these last week, but again, you got to get them in. The other thing to consider too is we're coming kind of into a busy season for us all with the holidays. And so now is a really good time before it kind of gets crazy and you're not going to have time later on because you're just going to be running around trying to get the turkey cooked and everything. The other thing that everybody's always asking about when they're in bloom are California poppies. So these are already in 6 packs growing. This variety is just called Orange King. I also got some in called Jelly Bean, and I think that they're only in 4-inch pots, but we do have them in the native section. So if you want California poppies for next spring, now is the time to consider planting them. So that's planting in plant form. Also, in shaker cans, this is Renee's Native Orange Poppies. And what you can do, the reason I like these shaker cans is there's some room to add stuff. And so what I'll do a lot of times is open it up. And you might want all orange. I like a kind of a range of color. This is called a rainbow of California poppies. This is a bonus pack that's from Renee's. And what I would do is I would take this bonus pack, pour it in here, shake it up some more, and then spread them. These can be spread right before a rain, or it can be spread now. If you spread them now, you want to kind of rake them in so that the birds don't eat them all. Because otherwise, it's kind of you're ringing the dinner bell. So that's California poppies. Also, we have wildflower. This is a native California wildflower mix. This is from Cornucopia. This is, Cornucopia is an offshoot of Renee's. And we've always carried Renee's. We were the first ones carrying Renee's on the coast. We've had them for, well, probably 25 years. And I carried them at other nurseries before that. More wildflower mixes. This is an annual wildflower mix. There's Gadisha in there. There's California poppies. There's lots of good stuff. Love this. Oh, and Clarkia. You know, a lot of you guys always comment on our Clarkia that's blooming. We use it a lot for cut flowers at the front register. That is a great annual that reseeds beautifully. It kind of has a loose snapdragon-y look to it. You can kind of see right here between my fingers, that's a drawing of Clarkia, but it comes in a range of different colors, not just that pinky peach. So we do have seed just for Clarkia. If you wanted to do anything, you know, cut flower wise, now is a great time also to be doing cut flower planting. I talked about the delphiniums the other day in 6 packs. Those are a great opportunity to plant something really small that's going to grow into something. Doesn't cost you very much. It's much cheaper than a 1-gallon pot, and you're getting 6 plants. So now is the time. This is, I believe this is the perennial variety. Cut flowers. I could be wrong, but here's another scatter can from them. And I think a lot of these in here are perennials. So they're going to come back year after year or just stay around. There is that. Oh, also, anytime you're planting, you're going to be using Sure Start because we love Sure Start. And anytime you're following up with plants that need fertilization, indoor, outdoor, edible, non-edible, Maxi is the name of the game. That's a water-soluble fertilizer, and you mix it into a watering can and pour it on. Okay, the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is that, during all of this chaos of the move, not the move, it's still so unclear right now. So I just want to acknowledge that we were trying to narrow down our stock so that we could move. And I think I might have let you guys down a little bit because we were out of a lot of stuff. And I want you to know that I'm working really diligently to bring those stock levels back up. I just spent way too much money at a show last week buying terracotta pots. So I know that we've not been very great with terracotta pot inventory, so I'm working on that. I think I ordered about $10,000 worth at cost. We will be fully stocked. A lot of that inventory, as far as outdoor pottery, things like that, won't be really shipping in until January. But there's a lot of stuff shipping in for inside the store. So we were diligently ordering stuff pretty much August and September, and so stuff is really flowing in. You'll be able to see it probably when Christmas is all set, and that should be by Halloween. We are working diligently on that as well. Lots of new stuff coming in for Christmas also. There are some delays with product, just so you know. Even though the strike only lasted for a few days, it really kind of sent everything into kind of upheaval because they rerouted ships and did crazy things. So just know that there are some things that may not be here initially when we first open up for Christmas, but they will be coming. So there you go. I hope you guys are having a great day. It is gorgeous out there. Please remember that we're not used to having all this warm weather. So check on your plants outside. Make sure you're staying hydrated, and we will see you at the nursery.